How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So, we've got the Arizona Cardinals in today's video. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know down in the comments below some more video days. We've got our social down in the description. A playlist down below for other Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilding content is down below there as well as my socials and my second channel. And if you guys are enjoying content from me, check out my channel, TJP. So, same rules as applied. Same rules will continue to apply for the rest of the rebuilds going forward, these normal rebuilds. So with that being said, let's get on to the gameplay. Let's take a look at the roster that we have with the Arizona Cardinals. We got DeAndre Hopkins, Budda Baker, Rodney Hudson, J.J. Watt, Marcus Brown, Zach Ertz, Kyler Murray, Byron Murphy Jr., James Conner, A.J. Green, Rondell Moore, Justin Pugh, Jalen Thompson, Matt Prater, Marcus Golden, Isaiah Simmons, Max Williams, who's hurt, Humphreys. Definitely some players on this team that are going to be pretty good that we want to keep around. I'm sure there's going to be some improvements that we can make, though, make this team a little bit better going forward. But I think we should still be good, though, this season. But let's take a look at the improved team, take a look at our depth, see where we're lacking, and also take a look at our pick situation. So I'm kind of curious to see what we've got going on. Our line, right guard, a little bit thin there. Right tackle, right end, Zach Allen. A defensive tackle, we got Fotu, and that's it. I mean, maybe we pick up a Brandon Williams or a Linval Joseph for the season. I'm going to go with Linval Joseph. So we'll go with him. Pick him up for the season. On a one-year deal, that'll improve the defense. Defensive tackle a little bit, so that's cool to see. Other than that, I don't think we're going to sign any other free agents. I mean, I could try to get another cornerback. That would be nice if we can get another one there. But in terms of picks, let's take a look and see what we've got here on the market. So draft pick wise, we do have our picks for this upcoming draft, so that's going to be pretty cool. And maybe we look to move some to try to improve the roster. Maybe at the midseason, I'll try to acquire another cornerback. Maybe we try to sign one. We'll see what we end up deciding to do. But I'm going to keep the team the way it is. An NFC West could be a little bit difficult. We'll see how we fare against the other teams stack up in the NFL. We'll load up our draft class, and we'll see you guys at the midseason where hopefully we're pretty solid. Okay, so we're currently sitting at 3-4 right now. With the 49ers, they're also 3-4. We don't have a single team with a winning record in the NFC West, which is kind of funny. As you guys see our ranks, yeah, we definitely are going to try to trade for a cornerback, try to improve our defense, because I think we could definitely improve there in that aspect and try to make the team a little bit better. So yeah, 3-4 right now, which isn't good, but somehow, some way, it's good enough in the NFC West right now. We'll take it. We'll take it, but we definitely want to improve the team and have a good second half of the season. So let's take a look at the stats. He was playing well and who's not. Kyler Murray having a nice season. Over 2,000 yards, 18 TDs, 3 interceptions. Pretty good ratio, 6-1. Great passer rating. So yeah, he's having a nice season. Also, he's my leading rusher. James Conner's only played 3 games, so he's been hurt a little bit. Darrell Williams. Okay, then Benjamin. Almost said Brown. In terms of receiving, got DeAndre Hopkins, my leading receiver, 584, 8 TDs. And we got Marquise Brown, A.J. Green, and then Max Williams. And then we also got Zach Ertz, who's been hurt a little bit too. But, or maybe hurt. He's missed a few games, so I would assume they've been hurt. Alright. In terms of sacks allowed, it could be better. DJ Humphreys, 7 allowed. That's the most on the team. In terms of tackles, we got Zaven Collins leading my team. 69, nice. Isaiah Simmons, 63, and then everybody else: Josh Jackson, John Thompson, Byron Murphy Jr., etc., etc. So in terms of sacks, got Dennis Gardeck, 4. J.J. Watt's got 3, 2.5 from Linval Joseph, 2 from Simmons. And then interceptions, we only got 2 between Collins and Thompson. Kicking, Matt Prater has been not the best in terms of field goals, 3 for 9. Andy Lee punting, kick return, and punt return. So in terms of total yards, 6th. So we're definitely getting the ball up and down the field. I like to see that our passing, I assume, is going to be near the top, and it is. Our rush is probably going to be, I would say, bottom half of the league. Middle of the pack. All right, we'll take it. 25.4 points. That is also right around the middle of the league. In terms of our defense total yards, we are near the bottom. Our passing is near the bottom, and our rush defense is also bottom half of the league. And then 201 points, third most allowed. So if I'm going to make a trade, which I probably will, it's going to be for a cornerback, or maybe just try to pick somebody up in free agency. Could do that too. But let's choose my draft class, make sure of that. I'm going to see you guys once I have either a trade or make a signing. Okay, I did this deal with the Saints. Our first round pick, third round pick, and a fourth round pick next season for Marshawn Lattimore, and a sixth round pick in 2024 from the Saints. So we get a very good cornerback that fits the scheme of the team. So he'll be running cornerback with Byron Murphy Jr. So I think that'll help our defense out a little bit, especially get to the passing game. I want to find us to simulate. We're currently 3-4. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, where hopefully we make a big improvement here. Well, instead of improving, we went 5-12. So my guess is we had to have had injuries. There's no way we just went 5-12. Connor, broken ankle. Dislocated ankle. Yeah, we had a lot of injuries. Let's be. I think this was a bad season where we just had a ton of injuries, and we ended up going 5-12. The bad part is we traded our first round pick. So I'm gonna have to get a first round pick now. Probably shouldn't have done that. But it's okay. It's okay. Honestly, I think if we could stay healthy, this team could be a playoff team. It really can be. But unfortunately, that's just not what happened this year. Here's your playoff bracket. You guys can see Eagles and 49ers in the bottom right corner. Stats-wise, we had Kyler Murray. It was all right. Not a bad season for him. 102.6 passer rating, 37 TDs, 11 interceptions. He's pretty solid. James Conner, leading rusher. Missed a lot of games, though. Kyler Murray, then Darrell Williams, Benjamin. Receivers, we had Hopkins, Green, Brown, then Max Williams, Zach Ertz. Okay. Our blocking was, DJ Humphries was really bad. So that was 17 sacks he allowed, which is pretty crazy. Simmons, 109 tackles with Collins, so they led the team, and then it kind of just dipped off a bit. In terms of sacks, we had 11 from Watt, 6.5 from Gardeck, 4.5 from Simmons, Golden, Linval Joseph, 3.5, 2 from Collins. In terms of interceptions, you had 3 from Marshawn Lattimore, 2 from Collins and Thompson, and then 1 from Baker and Murphy Jr. Matt Prater was terrible at kicking. And here's your punting, kick return, and punt return. So, offensively, top half of the league, 14th in terms of total offensive yards, which is pretty nice. Our passing, I would assume, was near the top. Our rush was probably maybe bottom of the league, kind of. And 22.9 points. Didn't really score as much as I would have liked. And then our defense, in terms of total yards, was near the bottom. Our passing was near the bottom. Our rush defense was also in the bottom. And then we allowed 475 points on the season. So definitely got to improve there. That's one aspect. Our defense was not very good this season. Lamar Jackson won the MVP. Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson. All right, well, I guess we'll simulate to the offseason and then try to get a pick, first-round pick. I mean, we still have a few picks, so it's not too bad. And we're going to have to figure out who we're going to re-sign, and we'll go from there. Bills ended up beating the Panthers 35-7. Josh Allen's the MVP. You guys see the awards. We had Christian Watson, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Packers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Arnold Ebiketie of the Falcons. There you go. That is the awards. Those are the awards, your Super Bowl winners. Let's go on to the offseason. A lot of guys up for free agency, $108 million. So this is going to be an interesting free agency because we have a lot of guys up for re-signing. I'd like to keep some of our players. We're going to have a lot of money to work with, though, so it should be interesting. A lot of these guys are also aging, so we'll see what we end up doing here. So I'm going to offer some contracts, see if we can end up keeping, and then we'll head on to free agency. We want to test free agency. We were able to re-sign Murphy Jr., but that was about it. So I guess that's fine. We're going to have a lot of money to work with the free agency, so we'll see if we can end up picking up for the team. So I'll see you guys once I am at the free agency recap. Who we ended up picking up in free agency. So we had an interesting free agency. We ended up getting Eric McCoy, Taylor Rapp for our safety, fifth scheme of the team. We got Graham Gano, kicker, Eric Flowers, left guard. We got Kyle Van Noy, George Font, Solomon Thomas, Larry Ogunjobi, Austin Johnson, and Will Hernandez. So we got a lot of like average players. Some of our guys ended up walking. We were able to resign. I don't think, did we even resign anybody? I think we resigned. I thought we resigned one person, but I guess not. I don't think we signed a single person, so everyone just walked. And we had to find replacements. Unfortunately, did not get a right end. I'll try to get one maybe through a trade, if not through the draft. Although I don't have my pick, so yeah, it's a little unfortunate. So maybe I just try to make a trade for a right end instead. So I'm gonna see what's out there. I'll see what's out there, and I'll come back with you guys. Let's deal with the Dolphins. Second, fourth, fifth round pick for Wilkins, Nelson, and Jackson. So we had two guys fit the scheme of the team. We got a new starting right end, and we get a couple young guys here. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. That's the only trade we make. We don't have any first round picks, so I'll just show you guys who we take with our remaining picks in the draft of the draft recap. So, and I guess from there, I'll see you guys start at their final season. So just to show you guys who we ended up picking up in the draft with our two picks that we had, we got Kendall Hamlin and then Trevor Avery for 6th and 7th round picks that we had. So that's about it. I'll see you guys at the start of the second season, where hopefully this year we're better than 5-12. Second season, let's take a look at the roster that we are going to be fielding with the Arizona Cardinals. We got Hopkins still, Buda Baker, Marshawn Lattimore, Marquise Brown, Kyler Murray. We've got Omaha, Byron Murphy Jr., James Conner, Zach Ertz, Eric McCoy, Isaiah Simmons, Rondell Moore, Christian Wilkins, Taylor Rapp, Graham Gano, Eric Flowers, David Collins, Colin Van Noy, George Font, Larry Ogunjobi, Solomon Thomas, Austin Johnson, Trey McBride, Will Hernandez. It's not bad. There's definitely some work to be done for sure there's definitely some improvements we can make. I don't know how much cap room we're going to have. I think the contract is going to kick in. It's going to balloon in, and we're not going to have a lot of money next season. I just have that feeling. So if we look at the improved team functionality, we'll take a look and see what we got happening here. So for the most part, we seem to be okay. I mean, obviously our lines could use some work. George Font is 31, but it should be fine. Font and Flowers. Right guard, Will Hernandez is a little bit iffy, and then Austin Jackson as my right tackle is a little iffy as well. But and then who's my left outside linebacker? Is that Anthony Nelson? Yep. And then Cameron Thomas behind him. This is a little thin on some of these fronts, but I think we can maybe be okay. Maybe. I think we have a chance to be all right. I do want to see one thing. So if I go to my trade center, look at my picks. So obviously, you guys saw I did trade away a couple of our picks in this year's upcoming draft, but just a second rounder. But we did give another 6, and then we have our picks for 2025. So if I need to make a move, I can. But I think for now, I'm going to ride out the team. We'll see how we do at the start of the second season. And we'll take a look at the stats and then go from there. So I assume we won't have as bad of a second half of the season as we did this year. I just don't think that we will be 5-12 again. I just think that we had a really bad second half of the season. So hopefully this year we stay healthy and have a better year. So see you guys in mid. We're at the mid-season right now. Much better start, 4-2. I mean, we were 3-4 last season, so this time we're 4-2. So well, maybe not much better, but definitely better. Our offense has actually not been that good. Our defense has been much improved, but our offense is pretty bad. What is happening there? Well, we'll have to take a look and see what's going on. But let's take a look at the standings. You guys can see. So 4-2, pretty solid for the most part. So I'm liking what I'm seeing there. We have 50 of 53 players. I might try to sign a couple free agents, maybe fill out the rosters, see what's going on. We might have injuries. Let's take a look at the player stats. So Kyler Murray not having as good of a season. So a little bit of a down year for him as well. 10 TDs, 5 interceptions. Anyone with passer rating yet? Not as good as last year so far. James Conner, 2 TDs, 323 yards. Kyler Murray running, and then Benjamin Moore. Receiving wise, we got Rondell Moore, then Hopkins, Ertz, Brown. Yeah, it's a little bit down the offense from last year. Defense has improved, which is nice, but blocking's a little bit better than it was last season, which is good to see. Kyle Van Noy leading my team in tackles, then Simmons, Lattimore, Taylor Rapp, Byron Jr. We got 3.5 sacks from Ogunjobi, 3 from Wilkins. That's cool to see. Interceptions, we got 6 as a team. Baker's got 2 to lead the team. Graham Gano kicking has been perfect. Tyler Newsome's punting, and then kick return, punt return. So offensively, we've been good. Defensively, not so much. Oh, no, my bad. Opposite way. Offensively, we've been bad. Defensively, we've been good. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah, total yards gained offensively, we're dead last. Our passing is near the bottom, and our rush is also near the bottom. So, whether that be getting a better running back, because I don't know if Connor's really that good, or, you know, Kyler Murray needs to step it up in the second half of the season. That remains to be seen. Defensively, though, in terms of passing yards, second in the league, and then our rush defense, in terms of total yards, is the top half, and 142 points allowed. So, yeah. I mean, we're playing well. We are playing well. We don't have a lot of sacks as a team. 9. But interception 6. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, we're still playing good defense. That's all that matters. So I'm gonna see what's out there in terms of trades if I want to improve this roster's offense. Hopefully, Kyler Murray can just have a better second half of the season, and our defense continue to play the way it is. Might be playing a little bit above expectations right now, but yeah, if we can improve the offense and kind of maintain our defensive level, I think we can be pretty good. So let's see what's out there, though, in terms of trades. Maybe we can try to find a better running back for us. First round pick in 2025 to the Cowboys for Ezekiel Elliott. Also, I think James Conner must be hurt since I did not see him. But we did get Elliott, so he's going to be our running back for the rest of the season. That's just another option in case we don't want to pass the ball. Don't want to quit. But in terms of free agents, I'm kind of curious to just see what's out there. Because if we can add a couple guys to the team, I could sign a Melvin Gordon. I don't know if I'm going to do that. What's out here that would be kind of okay to have on the team? I could sign McKissick, but I don't know if I want to do that. Any good right tackles out there? Maybe just like a backup, like a Bobby Massey. Could sign him potentially. Honestly, nah. I think I'm gonna keep the team the way that it is. Left outside linebacker on Simon. Brennan Scarlett maybe. We could pick him up for the rest of the season just to have another linebacker kind of just off the bench. I think I'm all right with that, though. That's the only move we're going to make. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I mean, right now we're 4-2. I would assume we can kind of stay around 10, 11 wins. I think that'd be good enough to win the NFC West, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so I thought for a second I didn't make the playoffs. We actually ended up bypassing the wild card because we went 11-6. I guess that was good enough to win the NFC. I don't understand that. That's very interesting because the NFC was really weak. Okay, well, I'll take it. Yeah, the NFC must have been pretty weak. I mean, 11-6 was good enough to get the job done. So, all right, cool, works for me. And here are the standings for everybody else. And yeah, 11-6. I mean, won the NFC West. Won the NFC, had the best record, and we're automatically in the divisional playoff round, so that's great to see. Packers, 49ers in the bottom right, so that's awesome. Hopefully we can translate that. Our pass yards per game was pretty low this year, but our rush did improve, which was nice. And then you guys can see defensively we ended up being pretty good. So stat-wise, let's take a look at it. Kyler Murray's numbers definitely down. Also, what else seems to be down is the fact that he missed 2 games as well. Hopefully he's not hurt right now. I'm going to double check though. But yeah, 22 TDs, 10 interceptions, 95.3 passer rating. It doesn't seem like he's hurt. Joshua Dobbs, we had him playing QB. Oh boy. Okay, well, he wasn't that bad, I guess, when he played. I mean, Elliott running. I mean, yeah, as long as we have him, we should be okay. Connor is now my secondary running back, which is pretty cool. Okay. So our rush was good. Zach Ertz my leading receiver this year. 93, 6 TDs. 7 TDs from Hopkins, Randall Moore, Marquise Brown. Kind of did their thing out there. Blocking-wise, a little bit better than last year. George Fonto allowing 14 sacks, my likings. A little too high. Isaiah Simmons led my team in tackles, and Kyle Van Noy, Marshawn Lattimore, Brian Murphy Jr. You guys can see. Pretty cool stuff there. Sacks, we had 7.5 from Ogunjobi, 7 from Wilkins. We got from the Dolphins. So that was a solid pickup there. Then Van Noy, Gardeck, Johnson, and Thomas each had 3 sacks of their own. There's interceptions, 4 from Byron Murphy Jr., 3 from Lattimore and Baker, and then 1 from the rest of the guys down here. Kicking-wise, Graham, decent, better than last year. So Tyler Newsome, and then a kick return, punt return. So yeah, offensive total yards ended up being 23rd, which was a little bit better than it was before, but still not amazing. Our passing, I would assume, was near the bottom, and then our rush was near the top. So that's cool to see. 23.4 points. A little bit low on the NFL side, but defensively, I thought we were pretty good, and yeah, we were. In terms of total offensive yards, you guys saw. Not really allowing too many people to pass against us or really run against us either, which is pretty cool to see. And then our points allowed, 426, is also top half of the league. And let's take a look at the awards in general. See what we got. We got Joe Burrow winning the MVP and Zach Taylor winning the Coach of the Year. So, I guess with that being said, we're going to see who we're taking on in the Divisional Wildcard game. I'll see you guys once I am there. Alright, so we're going to be taking on the Dallas Cowboys without Kyler Murray, by the way. He got hurt. So, he's basically, I think, gone for the rest of the season. He's fractured a bone, out 5 weeks. I mean, if you guys want to take a look, just here it is. No Murray. You got to run the ball. Run the ball. Give it to Elliott. I mean, we took Elliott away for a reason. So at least for the home team, we'll see if we can end up doing. If we win, we go to the NFC Conference Championship. That'd be cool if we can. So I'll see you guys once I simulate. Hopefully we win. We actually ended up winning. We did end up winning. And we're taking on the Cardinals in the NFC Conference. By the way, they were here last year. They lost in the Super Bowl. They're trying to get back again. Revenge. But we're in their way. We're trying to stop them. Can we do it? Let's find out. Without Kyler Murray, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Super Bowl. Taking on the Raiders. Okay. Taking on the Raiders. If we beat the Raiders, that'd be cool. Well, obviously we're going to be doing this without Kyler Murray. I think he's still hurt. So, this is going to be tough. The Raiders, Super Bowl's in Las Vegas. Although, you know, it would have been anyway, whether or not they were here. But that's cool that they're representing. Let's take a look at the injury. So let me just double check. Is he still hurt? Still no Kyler Murray. So we're basically doing it without Kyler Murray. It would be incredible if we win the Super Bowl here. So let's find out if we can. We don't. We lose 39-19. No Kyler Murray, and that is why we lost. We did not have our QB. I mean, we got to the Super Bowl without him, but it's like, if only we would have had him back. Maybe, just maybe, would have been better. That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow right there. 39-19. Let's take a look at the recap. The Super Bowl MVP is Max Crosby, left outside linebacker. So must have had a field day because our line was probably pretty bad. Bryce Young was the offensive rookie of the year from the Vikings. Defensive rookie of the year, Antonio Johnson with the Dolphins, cornerback. So, I mean, we got one more season. Let's try to get healthy, and maybe we can be back in this position next season. We're at re-sign phase. I have $19 million in money. I mean, I would like to re-sign Marquise Brown. Wilkins is available. There's nothing too incredible. I mean, Marquise Brown's probably the main priority. And then Wilkins, and everybody else here is kind of just like secondary to that. So let's try to get Marquise Brown back. It'd be nice if we can get him back. A contract like this potentially, maybe 5 years, a little extra cap, and he does sign, so that's cool. And then we've got Wilkins. Wouldn't mind re-signing him. but we are over the cap though, so it's going to be very hard to do re-sign him without moving somebody. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a couple trades, or I'm going to have to try to find a replacement for Wilkins. He's pretty solid for us. So let's advance to free agency. We'll see what we can do about our cap situation. Let's just double check here. Monies, what we got for monies, who's making a lot of money. Kyler Murray's contract is outrageous, to say the least. Isaiah Simmons, $13 million. Trying to see if there's anybody here that we could potentially afford to lose, like a George Font, honestly, left tackle. He's making a lot. Zach Ertz, I mean, he's solid, but I'm sure we could find like a better or a cheaper tight end that can do roughly what he does. So I might look to move those two and try to improve try to re-sign a couple guys for our defense. Try to find some replacements as well for them. So I'll see what's out there in terms of trades, and also we have our the 2024 draft, which we'll just auto-generate, use auto-generate rookies, and we can fill out the roster that way too. So, all right, let's see what's out there. See if I can maybe make something happen here with those two guys. All right, I traded away Connor for Wyatt, Ignagbear, and then a 5th-round pick from the Packers. So we get a right end that fits the scheme of the team, a little bit cheaper. So I'm probably not going to be able to get Wilkins back, but I'll just do it through trade. So Connor, I was also expendable, so that's one trade there. On a 2nd and 3rd round pick to the Patriots for Wynn and Uche. So we get better right tackle and a right outside linebacker as well, fits the scheme of the team. So now I'm going to have to try to sign a left tackle in free agency, or just get one to the draft. I could do that too. I don't really have too much money, so it's probably going to be like not an amazing left tackle, but it should be all right. And then we'll just try to fill out the rest of the roster through the draft. So I'll see you guys once I'm at a free agency recap. The move I did was sign a left tackle. I was able to get Matt Pryor. That's the only move I made. I just needed a left tackle. I got him on a cheaper deal than what he wanted. So we'll take him. He'll kind of just be our left tackle. And then we're going to go to the draft, see if we can try to round out the team for the draft, pick up some young guys. We'll have the roster that way. So I'll see you guys at the draft recap. Guys, what we did in that draft, I mean, we just drafted a bunch of rookies, but yeah, we did get a good left outside linebacker, a cornerback, got running back, wide receiver, another left tackle, and some more defensive ends, and then another left guard. So that's going to be the team. I'm going to show you guys the roster for the 3rd and final season. I'll see you once I'm there. Final season, let's look at the roster that we're going to be fielding. Putting on the field. So we're waiting for the game to load up, the roster, and I think this team could be pretty good. I mean, we got to the Super Bowl last season without Kyler Murray, so I would assume, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, once we made the playoffs, we got it without him. So hopefully this year we can do the same thing with him and win it. We got Baker, Hopkins, Marshawn Lattimore, because he's hurt, Elliott, Murray, Brown, Byron Murphy Jr., we got Isaiah. We got Moore, we got Wynn, Eric McCoy, Taylor Rapp, Zach Ertz, we got Josh, Devontae Wyatt, David Collins, Flowers, McBride. Definitely some good players on this team for sure. I'm sure there's some moves that we could do, potentially. Some signings we can make to make this team better. I don't know if I have a kicker, so I'll probably have to sign a kicker or a punter. But let's take a look at the improved team and just double check to see what we could do here. We're not gonna have a lot of money. You don't have cap space, so it might just have to auto sign. Right guard, we've got Hayes and Smith, so we're a bit thin on that front. And then we got our rookie left outside linebacker starting, which is fine, I guess. Kicker, we've got Graham Gano still, and then our punter is just Graham Gano. I could pick up like let's pick up Corey Bojorquez. Yeah, we'll pick him up. Bojorquez. Might be Bojorquez. I don't know. Either way, we're going to pick up Corey. So he'll be our punter. And I think that's it in terms of moves. I mean, unless there's a right guard free agent out there that I could pick up, I wouldn't mind doing that if there's anybody out there, whether or not they fit the scheme of the team. I mean, I could take Vitae. I could take Brian Winters. let's go with yeah, let's go with Vitaly. We'll go with him. We'll sign him to the active. So he'll be our starting right guard, I guess. So I'm fine with that. I'll see you guys at the midseason. I think this team should be pretty solid. Again, we were 4-2 last season at the midseason, so hopefully this year we're right around the same. I'll see you guys at the midseason. Season, and we're about the same as we were last season, 4-2. Although this time the Seahawks are 5-2, so they are a bit better. Our offense is decent. We're not passing that much anymore. Our defense has been very good. You guys see the Seahawks ranking. So if we can win this game against Seahawks, we could be 5-2, take the lead over them in the NFC West. That'd be impressive if we could do that. But I'm sure we're in the hunt regardless of whether or not we win or lose. So, but let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, as you can see, Kyler Murray, what's going on with you, buddy? He has been something's going on with him. He's just not been playing that well since the first season. Maybe he's better off hurt. 90.7 passer rating. Yeah, he's not doing as good as I'd want him to. I guess because we're running a lot more, which is fine. I mean, we have Elliott. He's got 4.695 TDs so far. Murray's even getting some rushing in. We got Pounds. Yeah, we don't have a secondary running back, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. Kyler Murray can be my secondary running back. We got Rondell Moore leading my team. We got DeAndre Hopkins, Zach Ertz, Marquise Brown. All right. Nothing too much going on there with the receiving since we're not really throwing the ball that much. Our blocking's been good, though, which is good. So far, so good through the first half of the season. Zayvon Collins leading my team in tackles. We've got Taylor Rapp, Isaiah Simmons, Josh, Buda Baker. All right. Sack-wise, 3 from Josh, Uche, Buda Baker, Larry Majobi. All right. That's looking good. 6 interceptions team. Buda Baker's got 3 of them. Basically half the interceptions. Gambino's been perfect so far. Corey's punting, and then we got our kicking and punting returns. So, total offensive yards, like I said, 24th. Our passing is going to be bottom 3 in the league. Our rush is going to be in the top half of the league, which is pretty cool. And 24.3 points per game is going to put us kind of in the middle-ish of the league. And then defensively, in terms of total defensive yards, we're number 1. So we're defending very well against the pass. And our rush defense has been good as well at 139 points. Not really letting too many teams score against us. The Bears have a really good defense. They are 4-2, and they got 99 points allowed. That's pretty insane. Let's take a look at the... Let's take a look at the improved team. I might try to make a trade. I might want to try to add a weapon for this team. Something, whether it be improving the lines or making the defense better. I do have picks. The question is, do I have the cap space to do so? I could pick up Donovan Smith. He's been a left tackle. I don't think I'm going to do that. So let's see what's out there in terms of trades. And we probably have to release somebody, which would be too big of a deal. We have 2.61 million. Maybe we can make a small trade here. I'm going to see what's out there. Alright, I'm just going to do this small move with the Browns since like I said, this is my 3rd and final season. So the picks don't really matter to me for this video. So we got Togiai, Ford, and Fox. So Togiai, just another defensive tackle fits the scheme. Ford, another wide receiver fits the scheme of the team, and then the left tackle. Just some depth in the event that someone gets hurt. I don't even know if he'll be on the starting roster. But that is going to be all the moves we're going to be making here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it's enough. We have enough to potentially get back to the playoffs, and maybe this year get back to the Super Bowl and have a different result than we did last season. Back to the playoffs. This time, though, we were 10-7. Seahawks were 12-5, so they were a bit better than us, but at least we're in the playoffs. I'm taking on the Washington Commanders to start it off, and the NFC was a bit better this year, but we still had a good record, 10-7. Pretty solid stuff from us. Taking on, like I said, the Commanders in the wildcard playoff game. Let's look at that playoff bracket and see where we are. We are sitting at probably the 4-5. Yes, 4-5. Bottom right corner. You guys can take a look at that if you want. So, stats. Let's take a look at those. I didn't really look at the rankings, so we'll take a look at that when I get back. Looks like Murray's a little bit better. 31 TDs, 15 interceptions, 98 passer rating. It's not bad. little bit better than last season, plus he didn't get hurt this year. So Elliott was good, obviously. Murray was my second leading rusher, then Pounds. All right, not too bad on that front. DeAndre Hopkins, Moore, and also Brown had over 1,000 receiving yards, so you like to see that there. 10 TDs from Moore to lead the team, though. 8 Brown, 5 Hopkins. Zach Ertz had 3. Even Elliott's getting some targets as well, which is cool to see. You guys see our sacks. Better. Definitely better. Probably our best blocking season to date. Zaven Collins leading tackler, and we had Simmons, so my middle linebackers doing their thing out there. In terms of sacks, it's going to be Josh leading the team, then Ogunjobi, Collins, Simmons, Thomas, Baker, and then we had half sacks each between Wyatt and Lawrence. We had a lot of interceptions. We had 3 guys have 3, 2 guys with 2, and 1 guy with 1. So that's going to be 14 as a team. And then we had Graham Gano almost being perfect from his kicking season. Just 1 missed field goal. And then the rest of the stuff you guys can see there. So, offense, total yards, 8th in the league, in the top quarter of the league, because there are 32 teams. Our passing, I would assume, was near the top, actually. So that's cool to see. And our rush was not near the top. Oh, no, it was near the top. What am I talking about? Yeah, okay, I had the wrong way. I was about to say, our rush wasn't near the top? Yeah, and then our scoring was right around the bottom middle of the pack. Somewhere around there. And then defensively, in terms of total yards, we were really good there, too. Passing, we were good against. And then our rush defense was, for the most part, adequate enough. And then points allowed for 43, which puts us kind of in the bottom of the league, bottom half of the league. So, awards, let's see the yearly awards. MVP, Mahomes. Coach of the Year, Marshawn Wallace. Good for him. So, let's take a look at the Commanders' rankings versus ours, because we are taking them on in the wild card, see if we beat them. We got our defensive ranks. You guys can see offensive ranks, overall ranks. We'll look at those, and you guys can see. Yeah, for the most part, pretty average. I mean, their scoring was bottom half, and defensive rush, they were 30th. So, if we could run the ball, which we're pretty good at, we could probably penetrate their D. But let's find out how we will fare against them. Beating Commanders 31-13, and now we are taking on the Seahawks in the divisional playoff. You guys see their rankings there. Let's see how well we can play against them. They don't really pass too much. We defend well against the pass. So, this should be fun. I'll see you guys hopefully in the NFC Conference Championship. We did win. So, we're in the NFC Conference Championship. We are taking on the Minnesota Vikings. This is a good team right here. But I think we're better. It's close, though. It's tough. This is a tough team. They were 12-5. They got a really good defensive team. I will say that. So, our defense is pretty good. Our offense is better than theirs. Let's see how we can fare. If we win, we go back to the Super Bowl. And unfortunately could not get the job done, ladies and gentlemen. So we lost to the Vikings. We're going to be taking on the Ravens in the Super Bowl. 29-15. So it wasn't even really close. Okay. Well, let's just see who wins the Super Bowl. I guess close out the video since it's 3 seasons. And the Ravens ended up beating the Vikings in Super Bowl 59. Who's going to be the MVP? Lamar Jackson. You guys see the words on the right. Austin Baker from the Chargers, offensive rookie, defensive rookie. Enrique McIver from the Texans. So let's go to the full screen and close out this video. Guys, well, we got to the Super Bowl in our second season. Unfortunately, did not have our QB. We got back to the NFC Conference Championship game and lost to the Vikings. What are you going to do? We had that bad first season. But other than that, I mean, pretty solid team that we had. Unfortunately, could not get the job done, though, in the video. But, hey, if you enjoyed the video still, leave a like on it and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below from a video to go to social down description. Playlist down below containing other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding content. Check my channel for the content with TJP. And I guess with that being said, we're going to head on out. Take care. Have a great night. See you soon. Peace.